As two Arsenal supporters coming back from last season, I think this season has been so much more of a joy to watch. Last season, I really gave up at the end. I was like, okay, there's no point, especially after losing to like Emery. I think we're really losing everything as a club. But yeah, I think we should talk about the comeback that we've made. I'm sure both of us are really, really happy with what we've come so far this season. Um, yeah, in the start, we were first three games, we were like, oh shit, yeah, we've lost all three games, we're 20th in the table. But yeah, and we thought maybe the signings were a failure, but I think we definitely think the opposite now. The signings have been so good, and that's the thing about such a big club. Once you're down, you have to like spend big money. We spent like the most, I think, from everyone, and that really
Yeah.
got us up compared to like other clubs, say like Villa, Wolves, or something. They don't have the money, so they once they're down, they're down. But I think the signings in the start, people are like, "Oh, Ben White, not so great," especially because of like one or two errors and the other signings too. But now you see Lokonga, Ramsdale performing at the peak first team, and yeah, I
Yeah.
think Ben White has been pretty good too. The right back, oh my god, I love him for sure.
Tomiyasu. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think we've come back so good, and I think part of that probably is because we only have one competition, one major competition. Don't have like Europe or yeah, any sort of Europe football. So yeah, I think I'm so happy about you.
Yeah, man. Obviously, last season was just sad because we thought at least if we reach semi-finals, we may as well make it to the Europa final. Like
Yeah,
that was our way to the Champions League, but had to be Emery as well.
it had to.
But yeah, I think a lot of people like they failed to account at the start of the season. We were missing like our best players. Like I think half of our squad had COVID in like the first 2 3 weeks, so like everything was like messed up.
Yeah,
But I think once and you can't forget we had City and Chelsea as our first in the first 3 games
exactly.
of the season. So like they're probably the two best teams in the Premier League. So I think after that, like we handled the losses, I somehow well, at least the team did, and yeah, we're finally seeing like a good structure in the team. Players are playing for the club.
Yeah,
Like last season was a bit like, oh, some people are not like committing their full. Like we had our captain Aubameyang. We were all thinking, oh, like he doesn't want to play anymore
he's
for us
done.
and
Yeah,
stuff. But this season, it has become much better. And also the fact that now, like I remember last season when we had like guys injured, like if we had Tierney injured, that was our whole left wing gone. But
yeah,
we've recruited well in terms of buying, the profile that's for the future. I think all of our signings were under 24 or something, which
yeah,
is like really good. And yeah, everyone like now fighting for their place in the team. Like no one is
yeah.
safe in a way. Yeah. So yeah, that has been good, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah, I agree. In the start, I feel like on Sky Sports and they were like, "Oh yeah, Arsenal's so trash right now." They were also quick to judge, and even we like deep inside thought like, "Yo, we're not on the right track." I think, but it's definitely turned. Especially as you see, like the first two fixtures were so difficult, and then yeah, we had a loss at Brentford, which was we were like, "Oh, we're not doing so great." But yeah, we definitely come back so strong, and it's a result as all the character that we've built. As you said, Aubameyang's form, like Saka, Smith Rowe, they've really at the peak. They literally got called up to England because of their amazing form at Arsenal. So that's great. I think that's what's really boosted us. And if you remember, I mean, of course, like how Smith Rowe literally saved our season last season. So he's been at the peak of his form. I don't think he's put a foot wrong in the last, say, like 12 months. So that's been a really good bonus for us, literally because of Haaland. And the signings
Yeah,
too, like our defense has transformed so much. It's gone like 10 levels up. Left
for
like
sure.
Tavares, Tomiyasu. So that's been great for sure. Yeah. What do you have to say about Haaland? How it's actually impacted us so much?
Haaland has been our savior, I would say, for the last 2 3 seasons now. We've been producing some of the best youngsters in the league,
Yeah.
and like yeah, I think Paul Mertesacker is handling our like under 18s now. Like
Yeah.
ex players are like doing like really good for the academy, and we still
Yeah.
have a lot of youngsters that are still like they can probably still break into the first team pretty
Yeah.
soon. But obviously, the two or three to name will probably be obviously Saka, Smith Rowe. Those two have been probably our biggest like products from the academy, and if anything, they are playing like how our the senior team should play, like
Yeah,
carrying the team on their shoulders.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think that has also pushed some of our like senior players to be like, okay, if they can do it, like for surely even we can. Like so, yeah, it's been good. And the talking about age, like Haaland obviously is our academy, and I think we have the youngest squad in the Premier League right now, average age wise.
Yeah,
So it just shows like the project that Arteta is setting up. It's not like a quick fix thing. Like it's gonna take a few years, but I think even our owner, I think Josh Kroenke, did an interview a few days back saying
yeah,
we first tried to, when we got out of the Champions League, we thought, oh, we'll spend big and directly come back. We went big on Pepe, and like we all know how that happened. Like
yeah,
what happened to that.
yeah,
So I think now at least there's like a manager who has like a vision, of, like as I say, trust the process and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, we're seeing improvement for sure.
Yeah,
That's,
I feel like the youngsters have done way more than they do on the field. Like in terms of just building all the character and everyone aligned towards the same goal. Like getting rid of all the dead woods. Before we'd have Williams playing instead of Smith Rowe, then we just have some 20-year-old or 19-year-old come and join our team and just change everything up because Williams really didn't do anything for us. So I think as much as we used to criticize Arteta so much last season, he did do a okay job in getting rid of the dead wood as such. He did good in that sense. I tried to ensure that the first team is literally our best team and they're all working towards the same goal. And people like Pepe are still fighting for the spots in the team. It's not easy with like Saka performing so well. But we do have
yeah,
a good bench, I think. Good depth for sure. And yeah, we don't really have much to show except like FA Cup and EFL. But we're not expecting to come like top two in the league or like Champions League just this season or something. Uh, of course, our aim is top four, but even if we come fifth or something, it's a huge step forward. And we're looking at the near future, say 3-4 years, not just getting back up in one season. That's not really very realistic, especially because I think in my eyes, Man U, Man City, Chelsea, and Liverpool are too strong this season. So it's definitely
yeah,
pretty hard to get into the top four. But yeah, if we continue playing like this and say we get lucky somehow, get in the next 2 seasons, get into Champions League, we can definitely make good signings and get back to where we want to be.
yeah, for sure. And like at least we're seeing ambition now, and it's not
Yeah,
just because I remember like our owners get a lot of like slack as well because we were all like we are not spending as much
yeah,
as the big clubs and stuff. And when we do spend, we miss like how how it is with Pepe. But
yeah,
again, I think this summer was important. We went big, and under a good manager now, we actually are seeing the benefits of these five. Even though we didn't go big on one player, but the 5-6 players that we've brought in have made our team like so much better. Like I remember we started the season with I don't know like Pablo Mari, Callum Chambers,
yeah,
Rob Holding as defenders, and now you have Gabriel, Ben White, Aaron Ramsey. It's like a whole different like setup.
exactly.
And like yeah, and I see Arteta talks a lot about like unity and like stuff like that. Like before even tactics, he always says like if you're not playing as a team, like the tactics don't matter. And like
Yeah,
I think that has been so important because we were lacking. Like even sometimes when we used to like press last season, like it would be like a one-sided press, and
yeah,
like it's what like happens to Manu right now. Like they don't press
exactly. That's
early
what I
and
was thinking
complicate
of.
and stuff. Yeah, so I think all that has like changed so much under Arteta. He's brought discipline and like actual culture, like Arsenal culture back into the team.
Yeah, it's almost sometimes you actually see the TikTok like Van Persie days. It's actually so great,
Yeah,
and I think we've really learned our lesson in terms of who we give contracts to, where we spend our money. Like we're just forced to spend better now. We used to just give like Ozil, Aubameyang, say he's still doing okay now, but last time we were like, okay, that was a big mistake. Willian, we used to give a lot of contracts to old players, and we know that we got to spend on like 20, 24 year olds, 26 years olds, but not like 30-year-old because people just become not at their peak so quickly after 30. So yeah, I think we've really learned a lesson, and it's something for all Premier League clubs to learn. Like when you're down, say Liverpool, like when Klopp just joined, they were down and they slowly brought back up because they had a vision, they had a process they're following. You have to trust the process. If you're moving in the right direction, for sure you're going to come back up in the next few years if you buy the right players and build the right foundation. So I think Arsenal's been successful so far. Touch wood, don't curse it, but for now, I
Yeah,
definitely think we're doing a good job, and yeah, we're in the right direction. Just don't want any bad mishaps to happen before we just see 3 red cards in like 3 games last season. Everything just goes to shit. But yeah, I think now
yeah,
there's hope for sure.
yeah, for sure. And yeah, like it's been like a bumpy ride as an Arsenal fan because like you like there was a time I would never know if we were even going to win, be it like Burnley or Liverpool or whatever team. You just don't know what's going to happen. At least now, you go into games thinking, okay, we might get a result. Like
Yeah,
our confidence was so low. Like you go away to like Sheffield even, and you'd be like, oh shit, we might lose.
yeah,
But yeah, I think he's instilled like a bit of confidence, saying we are Arsenal. Like we're not going to get pushed over by any team. And yeah, I know like some like other fans will say, but you've not beaten any big team in your last like 10 games that we've played.
yeah.
You've gone unbeaten. But I think it's more than like beating big teams. It's just seeing progress in general. Like the football we play is like so much
Amazing.
better.
Yeah,
And like even when we go 1-0 down, 2-0 down, it's like you still think, okay, no, we can like do something about it.
yeah,
Like that Palace game, I think we scored and we went 2-1 down,
yeah.
and like there was a last minute winner. And like like even though it's to be fair, Crystal Palace this season are doing well. Like
Yeah.
they are. I think they beat City, didn't they?
Yeah, they did
Recently.
2-0.
So it's like we've got results where like it was tough games. We got again 0-0 at Brighton, where even Liverpool drew. So some of
Yeah,
these games have been big. Leicester won against Man United, but we beat Leicester. Like some of these results have been like it's not just us saying we're better because we've gone 10 games unbeaten. It's
yeah,
just we are seeing good progress from each and every player, and yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have got some 1-0 results and stuff, but I think overall it's so much more fun to watch, so much more assurance as fans while we're watching. And yeah, I think to wrap this up, maybe we can just finally talk about like the fixtures ahead. We have, I think, Liverpool and then Newcastle and then Man U.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so I think if we really get at least say 5 or 6, 7 points, actually 6 or 7 would be ideal. That'd be great for sure. It really there's momentum right now. We know we're doing well. There is momentum. Well, the international break might have stopped that momentum, but at least we hope it remains the same. We follow the same process that we have, and yeah, if we can get 6 or 7 points, we can definitely reach top 4 at least for a while. Right now, I think we're just like 3 points behind second place, so that's pretty assuring.
yeah, for sure. And we all know like games like Liverpool, even United for that matter, it's not going to be tough games. But
Yeah,
yeah, if we manage even something, I'll be happy because like
yeah,
you go to Anfield against a hurt Liverpool who's just lost to West Ham, like it's not going to be a good day for you. But yeah, I think the other results like the Newcastle game and even like I'm optimistic about the United game as well.
yeah,
Like if we can definitely get results there.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
nah, I just think in general, as an Arsenal fan, I don't know if we will finish top 4 this season, but we're getting there, that's for sure. Maybe not this
Yeah,
season, but in the next couple of seasons, yeah.
yeah. I have hope. I have hope for top 4 this season, but yeah, let's see. Let's see who's right.
Let's see.
And yeah, hopefully we get back in.